Welcome back all. This is the Evesham Gamer, Teg, and I've got something a little bit special for you today. This is a bit of something that's been in the making for a little while. I've been on a mission for quite some time since my stepbrother Matt gave me this Xbox 360, which we're going to discuss. What we're going to do here is we're going to go through the equipment, and then we're going to go through, because I've got other peripherals, is it Hori? Yeah, Hori fighting sticks. I've got two of those up in the loft. I've got what was known as the Slim, or the Xbox 360 Slim wireless steering wheel, which I might go into another day. But this is about the JASPER revision of the Xbox 360 that I got. Now let's have a little look at the hardware itself first before we get into turning it on, powering it up, and having a little go on the gameplay, looking at the NXE GUI that is still on this, which is from, I think the NXE GUI was around about 2008. So it was the revision after the Blades, I think it was. Pretty sure it was. I'm sure you'll correct me, and I'll definitely put a correction in the description below, or is that above now? I can't remember. To confirm exactly when the NXE dashboard come out. So this is my Xbox 360, one of my Xbox 360s, but my Xbox 360 Jasper from 2008. Might be 2007 though, because there was two revisions of Jasper. You can already see, and you've seen in the background, I've got three Xbox 360 Slims up there. I've got an Xbox 360E downstairs. I've got another 360 Slim down here. I'm inundated with Xbox 360s, let's put it that way. But this is definitely, in my opinion, my crown jewel. So I've got, you can see it's lovely and clean. Got two 256 megabyte memory cards. I had it only yesterday, and I'll get these other bits out actually whilst we're here, because I actually found these the other week. I was very lucky to get them, I think you'll agree when I pop these out. So there's a few bits here. So I did say I won't talk too much about peripherals, but we are going to anyway, because I just thought these are worth mentioning. So I've got a 60 gigabyte hard disk as well. I've got a few of these laying around. Little point worth noting: if you've got a system that's got an older dashboard on it, like NXE or the Blades, and you do put one of these on that hasn't been formatted, it will prompt you to update it. Just select no, because you will forever lose what is on there otherwise for an operating system. Some people want to keep it as it is, like myself, because the NXE dashboard has a lot of great memories for me. So I've still got this one boxed. I paid £1 for this though. It's the Xbox Live Vision Cam with Uno. And I've also got which is pretty fucking hard to get these days, in this condition at least anyway, is the Xbox 360 512 megabyte memory card with Geometry Wars Evolved on it. Though these two, believe it or not, came from CEX in Evesham. They were fucking just, I couldn't believe my luck, to be honest with you. Bit broken there, but they're completely sealed. Really happy with those. You certainly don't see these come up very often. These you do, but these, no, not at all. So, and I've got no reason to open it, because as you can see, or as I've already been over, I've got two 256 megabyte memory cards in this system, so there's no need for me to open this one at all. So, and obviously I do transfer stuff as well. So I've got the Xbox 360 hard drive transfer cable. This one though isn't for the original 360. That is for Slims, because you can take the hard disk out. So we'll have a little kind of look around over this one now. So I've got the wireless adapter on. It is connected, but I haven't connected to the internet. I obviously won't, for obvious reasons. And I've got the Nico intercooler TS. Now this particular intercooler I've only got recently. They don't come up very often on eBay, but this is brand new. I think I paid £15 for it. And it's got its own power supply, so there's no chance of the old intercoolers, which I do have one. Again, I don't know where it is. I think it's in the loft. but those ones would run from the main power supply, and there were quite a few cases of it basically melting. So this is the better option if you've got an original Xbox 360 and need an intercooler. It's this one you want. I've got the original headset, which I still use, and the original controller with the original white chat pad as well, just so you can look in comparison. I've got the black version as well. I find they are permanently attached to my 360. So much easier for communicating with people. Now, the other thing worth mentioning, any games prior to the NXE dashboard will prompt you to update the system. So you want to use games that are prior to the NXE dashboard. At the top of my head, I'll have to have a look here, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a look exactly when the NXE dashboard come out. So NXE 360 dashboard release date. I should know this, really, being an Xbox 360 fan. November 2008. November the 19th, 2008 is when the NXE dashboard come out. So anything prior to that should be okay. Shouldn't prompt you for any updates on the Xbox 360. So I'm going to have to plug this in whilst we're here so we can just hear it going, because it sounds like a freaking jet airplane taking off. This particular model as well does have HDMI, so it's not the earliest Xbox 360 that you can get. I would love to have a Blades Xbox 360 still. I really, really would, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, and I certainly don't want to be going out of my way to get one of those. I've also got the HD DVD player here as well. As you can see, there is another wireless adapter attached to this one, which I think is a nice little feature on this as well. That actually reminds me, which is kind of, it isn't Xbox 360, but I did happen to stumble upon this in Leamington Spa about 3 or 4 days ago. It's Transformers, the original Michael Bay version in HD DVD and sealed. It's got a bit of sun damage there, but so I've already got this anyway. But it was nice. I just thought that this is just my luck. This is good. This is a good sign. I think I paid a bit above the odds in the charity shop for it at £4. I think you can pick these up for £2 in on eBay. But yeah, nice. I haven't hooked up the HD DVD player. I'm not going to be doing that. There's no need for that right now. So let's fire it up. Now the intercooler won't kick in straight off. Now after I've done this and talked a little bit about it, I'm going to do some actual capturing footage of the NXE dashboard. Nothing exciting, obviously, because you can't do much with it. Now here's the option, as you can see here. I'll go for that in a minute, but what I'm here to do is just to, hopefully this will just fire up in a second and go a bit angry. But maybe it will, maybe it won't. It takes a little while. I mean, not too long. I mean, these systems obviously were dying in their droves, and so it shouldn't take long for it to heat up. But I can certainly, yeah, okay, that fucking typical, isn't it? Yeah, I turn it on its side. It's just, well, that's fucking weird, isn't it? This actually opened the other day. Oh, typical, isn't it? Typical. You try and do something and it don't work. It was fucking fine yesterday. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, there we go. Oh, well. Well, there you go. That ain't working. The drive ain't opening at the moment. It was a little while ago. I mean, but I'll get it open. Don't worry about that. You have to see it open. That's just one of the little quirks of these systems. But anyway, so without further ado, let's have a little look at the dashboard itself and have a little bit of gameplay from Crackdown, because I know that this game came out around about 2008, I think, maybe a little bit earlier than that, I think. So we'll do that, and don't worry too much about me handling this disc the way I am, because I've got half a dozen copies of this. It's just one I use for testing. So anyway, let's have a look at the dashboard, shall we? Okay, all tight, yo. Right, we're firing up the Xbox 360 Jasper with the NXE dashboard on it. Ooh, nice. I've just turned it on. That's nostalgia to me right there. That is some nostalgia right there. Right. So obviously, I don't want to configure that because there's just no need for me to do that. I do not want to lose this dashboard for any reason whatsoever. Now, obviously, if I did go to connect configure, it wouldn't connect straight away because you need to set up your wireless on the Xbox 360. But there you go. So let's have a little look at this dashboard, shall we? And have a little quick go on Crackdown. As you can see, I've already input it. I obviously overcome the issue with the sticky tray. I gave it the old technician's tap on top. Put it on, laid it down flat, and then tapped it on the top when I pressed the button and it opened. That's to do with the belt drive, the belt on the drive, so I can change that. It's not a problem. I almost took a screwdriver to it a minute ago. Thank fuck I didn't do that. So anyway, right. So this is the NXE dashboard from 2008. 2008. Yes, as I said, November 19th, 2008 is when the NXE dashboard was released. Top of my head, I can't remember when the next one came out, which was the one I believe was for Kinect. Well, this might have been for Kinect. Can't remember. I don't think this was for Kinect. But anyway, it don't matter whether I know about that or not, or whether I know. It doesn't matter. Okay, this is the NXE dashboard, right? So you start from my Xbox. You can see there. I've got no profiles on this at the moment. I don't need to. I might put my profile on it so I can just get any achievements if I want. If I want to play this occasionally. Then you've got like your game library. There won't be anything on this because I'm just using memory cards at the moment. I do like the way this used to be set out. I like the little Xbox logo down there, with the little like watery effect underneath it, or like as if the Xbox logo is floating, like a little green bit going around. A little bit like on my video here, you can see this little thing, but I couldn't find green, so I was stuck with blue. You can see the functionality there with the Windows Media Center. Yes, this still will work with the PC with Windows Media Center. So if you feel like the need to try that out, then great, go ahead. We'll have a quick look at the settings. Nostalgic sounds there, isn't there? So, right. Hey, we've got. I've decided, obviously taken off autoplay. I don't want that. I mean, most of the stuff here is going to be very similar to what's on the current or what's left of the existing Xbox 360 systems. You know, what's left of it, but what we have been left with after, you know, since the last ever updates came out for the Xbox 360. So let's have a look on the system info. Yeah, 2009, blah, 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 yeah. So remote control. I've got the media remote. Now, apparently, I found the other day that actually came with the Xbox HD DVD player. I thought you could buy it individually. Maybe you can. I don't know. So I should have plugged in another, because I've got a spare vision cam as well. But there's no point in doing it. Really, there really isn't. So like here's the game marketplace option. So yeah, news there, which is obviously all hard built into the operating system that's there. I used to play this is the system. This is actually the dashboard that I used to use back when I was full on 360 in the point of when I had my own A flat on my own in Bagshot. And the game I used to play games like Crackdown. I used to play Lips on my own. Guitar Hero, Gears of War 2 and 3. Obviously, it was Gears of War, I think, originally then back in 2008. And then, oh god, man, what else? What else? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Double Dragon, the arcade version. Oh yeah, just I think Fable 2 then as well. I think it was many games I used to play back then on my own. Just yeah, at that point when you truly have expendable cash. So you got the option. So the video music marketplace there, very similar to the previous one we just looked at. The game marketplace, friends, just for the avatar stuff. This is exactly the fucking same. It's just inside Xbox. That's exactly the same thing every time over and over again. Right. This. It's just giving you all the information, isn't it? Listen to that sound though. And the bit I still liked as well. I mean, people were upset when this came out, but yeah, nostalgia has a funny way of actually giving you like proverbial goosebumps to the point of like, oh, actually, this actually wasn't that bad. So you still have part of the blades here by pressing the guide button. So obviously everything's in place there, as it would be. But very chuffed to have this. The condition that this Xbox 360 in, and better still, it's boxed. So shown this before. See, it's boxed, and I just love that. I think that's absolutely fantastic. So so for nostalgic purposes, even though we ain't going to be online, let's stick the headset on ready. Let's get the controller. Let's play a little bit of Crackdown. Let's just have a little look, shall we? That is if it works. No, it will work, trust me. I was using this last night. Damn, it's fucking noisy. It's bad. I mean, I actually thought there was a problem with it, but there's not. This is exactly how noisy it used to be. Now I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Gameplay, whilst I can just talk a little bit. But because the game is running from the disc, it's not running and it's not been installed, because installing Xbox 360 games, they came at a much later point. Or not much later, but they came at a later point of the Xbox 360's life. And basically, yeah, prior to that, everything just ran from the disc. So, oh, silly me. I pressed the wrong bloody button. You just go yes, like that. But I found, like, playing this from disc only. And obviously, you know, this is probably the same for other games as well. It absolutely is, because it has to load the levels in there for an open world game like Crackdown. The Xbox 360, especially this particular models, or the ones that don't have a hard disk on there, have to load in all the data. So it's so for example in Crackdown, and I'm hoping we see this in a second.
Here it is. The agency
You'll see people like this. They're driving a car, and they're just sitting down, like they're floating in the air, like they're driving the car. It's fucking ridiculous. It's funny. It's very funny. But I don't know. It's just fucking look.
The dead have rapidly grown from a petty band of Central American drug dealers into a significant narcotic.
Los Muertos. And I found something quite funny. I didn't realise this until I started playing this again, obviously testing this out. If I do get to like this jump bit here and then go, I jump out at the same time. But I didn't realise I forgot all about it. So Like, where's the rest of these lost minotaurs? Is that it? They're dead, aren't they? Oh, isn't it? Where's my car? Right. So let's just. I'm hoping we see some cars with people fucking just floating around. Oh, that's shooting at me there. I just got because it happened up here the other day, so it's possible that I can run all over those. Hey. Right. I think there's too many cars for it. Wait. It's typical when you want it to do something, but it's not doing it. Hey. I mean, it's playable. I mean, I'll give it that much, but
News from the Peacekeepers, Agent.
couple of grenades here. Oh, fucking hell. Telling me about this woman I've got to go and kill. I'm not interested in that. I'm trying to get this fucking thing to show. Look.
You might want to try something more effective than knocking on the front door, Agent.
There's actually loads of them here. Look, I can't. Let's just cause a massive explosion. Oh, off. Look. Yeah, well, anyway, it's not doing what I wanted to do. I mean, it was quite funny seeing people fucking floating through the air, sitting down in these cars, but, you know, it is what it is. You see that car, that one there just appeared out of fucking nowhere. And like I say, this is because it's having to jump. It's just creating it as it goes along the disc. The system is bringing in all this fucking clipping them in, you know, or clipping them out, whatever one you want to call it. Anyway, well, I hope you enjoyed this little video because I'm really pleased with this Xbox 360. What with the intercooler TS now, this thing looks like a fucking beast. I love it, and it's definitely a talking point. So if you get the chance to pick up an old Xbox 360 in good condition, do so. You know, it's especially with an older OS on it. But just remember, yeah, don't fucking put a newer game older than the operating system that's on there, because it will prompt you to update it. And if you update the Xbox, that's it. Your original dashboard is gone. You cannot bring it back. Anyway, as I say, hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Any comments below, any questions, whatever, drop them below and I'll be happy to answer. All right. See you on the next one. Take care.